Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They hella deep, 20 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Man, welcome to this old Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. As always, joined with my co-host, Reeves. Say what's up.
What's up, people? The boys are back. You're welcome.
Okay, Reeves, who's that?
Ooh, and coming in tight with the bass line is my co-host. Say hello to the people.
Guten Tag, everyone. How is everyone doing on this fine Sunday evening?
And you've been learning
what's
German, right?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What was that?
Was what?
That was-
Both?
that
Want
was
to know about
new.
the German or
Both.
about
I want to know
part?
about the other part. Reeves took care of the part he should take care of. I'm asking about the part that clearly was directed towards my people. So answer in whatever order you want.
All right. Well, I will go in. I'll answer Reeves first because he asked first. Only reason why.
Of course.
Thank you.
And because we are, the same. And I have been taking German classes, and they've been going pretty well, actually.
Why are you taking German classes?
Well, because I'm trying to prepare for when I go to Germany in the summer.
The thing about it, I mean, because when you said I'm going to Germany initially, I was like, oh, you're going on, like a vacation or something like that. And you're like, no, I'm just going to be there.
Yeah.
I think I want to get recruited by Germany.
Yeah, I'm going there to show what I've got, who I am, what I can bring to the table, and I'll put the ball in their hand, in their court, and let them make the decision. I'm not going to be pushy. I'm just going to go there, present myself, and let it happen naturally. I was always told whenever I didn't get into UCB several times, handful of times, 7 or so now. It was always we got the don't think hoodie right there.
Don't
Represent.
think.
It's
Is
bad,
that maybe what the
baby.
problem was?
Maybe
He is
I was
thinking a
too
lot.
hard.
He does
I was
think a
thinking
lot
too
in
hard.
shows.
They tell you, don't
He
think.
does improv. He thinks too much.
Yeah, and I was told, go away and make them want you. Do something that's going to make them want you. Well, first it's go away, and it's said very mean. It's like,
Do you
go
want
away.
to say the name of the person who told you that advice?
Most people.
Okay.
Matt Besser. Okay.
Yeah, Matt Besser, Ian Roberts, the other
Maya
two.
Rudolph. Yeah.
Maya Rudolph. I got him
Maya
from Jimmy
Rudolph,
Fallon a few
good.
times.
Mhm.
Shannon O'Neill really gave it to me a bunch.
Mhm.
That's deeper though. People know who she is. That's deep, I think.
Sherry O'Terry, is that what you meant?
Yes, I met Sherry O'Terry. Yeah, and I even tried doing the cheerleader thing to
Hell
see if
yeah.
that would connect with her. Didn't. But yeah. So I'm going away. I'm leaving America. I'm going to Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna make them want me. I'm gonna make them want me.
Deutschland. Yeah.
You know.
You gonna do some improv while you're there?
I mean, if the situation arises naturally, then yeah,
right.
I might even do some improv everywhere. Improv everywhere. Is that what it
That's
is?
the phrase.
Yeah.
That was the phrase, but you stumbled on it. So let's talk
Well,
about
I
the
questioned
second.
myself if I said it right or not.
Because
But I
you're
might
still
do a
thinking
flash-
too much.
I might do
You're
a flash
still
dance.
thinking too much.
Might do a flash dance.
Don't think.
Don't
Don't
think.
think. All right.
So you
I'm done
unpacked.
thinking.
You
I'm
unpacked
done
that
thinking.
German part of it. Can we talk
Yes.
about the "Foin" part of
Sure.
what you said
yeah.
when you're
Yeah,
intro?
yeah, yeah. I'll
Where
take
did you
through
get that from?
I'll take you through my thought process on that. Though I'm not thinking now. I'll tell you about how I thought about it then.
Yeah.
So what I was doing was I was saying, oh, I'll say how everyone's doing on this fine Sunday night. And as I was saying it, I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I said the word fine like someone might say towards a lady?
Who though?
Or guy.
Or something else.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not
Any
being
number of
picky.
the aliens.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you find if there was a flying ass alien walking around,
Wait,
say
what
it to
kind of
them.
alien?
Flying ass alien.
What kind though?
Fine.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna go bigger. Okay.
Well, I went backwards.
Yeah.
You scared me into retreating from it. You said
He's
what now
thinking
twice.
so much right now.
I'm overthinking. No, but I thought it'd be funny, and I thought that it worked.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I landed on it.
You were seducing the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I feel like I heard the audience go, okay, well, that was nice. Hand me that dildo. They kind of weren't satisfied, you know?
From me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know
gave
what?
them a little taste, and it wasn't enough.
Well, you know what? I think doing that stereophonically only, pretty good. If I could just do it audibly,
Mhm.
get you pretty close, get you started, I'm doing all right, I think.
Doing all right.
Pretty good.
Doing all right.
Who are you doing now? What's it?
I don't know.
Robert De Niro.
Sort of
You're
a De
doing Robert
Niro
De
with like
Niro
a
and
Larry
Curb Your
David
Enthusiasm?
sort of.
Now that's a
Okay.
question.
No.
Larry
Larry De
David
Niro.
and Robert De Niro, have they been seen together?
Not by me.
Not by
But-
me.
I certainly
it.
haven't.
Not
I
it.
keep inviting them. Yeah.
You keep
To
yeah,
my
I've even
screening
tried.
of Mean Streets in my house. And neither one
Well,
of them
you-
show up.
You even tried giving them like different. You even like try to trick them, like to
Mhm.
say like, "Come to here, not for Mean Streets."
Yeah.
You know, come get a free boat.
Yeah, free boat, and I know how much Larry David loves to go boating, and it's like, this is how I'm going to hook this dumbass
Natural
in here.
yachtsman.
Yeah, free boat, don't worry, topical humor. Elmo's inside in case you want to do something with him. Try
He's
to
always
reel
talking
him
about
in.
a jib.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He
always
does love
talking about
the
I
jib.
love the cut of your jib.
Yeah,
He's
I
like
love
talking
to fly
about
the
someone else's
jib.
boat.
He's like, I love the jib. That's a fun word. Jib. Nowhere else can you say the word jib.
Nah.
You know? And then, of course, it ends up being some like racist term, and then we'll learn about it in the second act. In the third act, he'll say it around that said race, and it'll be like,
Mhm.
I'm talking about the boat. And then he's
Not
like,
you,
yeah,
jibs.
Yeah. Not you jibs, these jibs. And then like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then Larry stepped in it again.
Yeah.
Stepped all in it again.
And then we're all laughing at home.
We're having a
all
great time at
dying.
home.
We're like, he
Yeah.
gets to do the racism.
Zooms out. Robert De Niro's like, pretty good episode. Pretty good. We win something tonight. Like, people,
what was-
it's Oscar night.
Yeah,
it's
it's
Oscar
Oscar's
night.
big night. Yeah.
It's coming
Reeves,
out of the
who do you
trash
got?
can.
Reeves, who do you got?
Who do I got? I'm listen. I'm gonna go for Oppenheimer, which of course was just the best movie I saw this year.
Yeah.
Every year, the Oscars are nailed on with their Best Picture winners. That
Yep.
is always the best movie that you will see the year before. Always.
My
Yeah.
best movie of the year was obviously Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
And no, it's not because I have the thinking capacity of the child actors that portrayed the voices of the turtles.
And
That's
no one
not why.
thought that. No one thought that.
Yeah, I just had to put it out there. I'm
Yeah,
smarter.
get in front
than
of it. Get in front
that.
of
I'm
it.
so much smarter than that, just so you know.
Yeah.
But it's actually because, and I hate to say this, I'm a Rogan head. Seth Rogen.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
We have a lot of listeners that listen on Spotify. I don't want to get kicked off.
Yeah.
Are you back in the Rogue during all this this like backlash with his recent making a nice
Which
post
rogue?
saying that
Which
he
rogue are you
loves-
talking about?
We're talking
Which
about the
rogue?
Seth.
Okay.
The one who's not usually used to one who's not always, steep in
Controversy.
in controversy. He
I mean,
made a nice post or
what'd he
talked
say?
something where he said that he likes not having children. He enjoys being able to wake up Saturday morning getting stoned with his wife and watching
Uh-huh.
television. If he had kids, he couldn't do that. And you know what happened is everyone with kids said, "That's wrong. No, you're not allowed to do that."
But you're not allowed
People
to
are
do
very
what?
mad at him. Be happy not having children. That is what we exist to everyone else. We, as people, exist to be parents. And so it's this
Okay.
whole thing, this whole can of worms is now open. And
Um,
also, who bought a can of worms? Where'd that come from? Who was like, I'll have this, and opened it? It was like, oh fuck, there's worms in here. Motherfucker, you bought a can of worms.
Probably
You
some
knew what was inside
probably
of it.
some fisherman somewhere.
That's my new. I'm trying this new Type 5 on can of worms. I'm like,
Here's what I like about it. Where it starts. Because it
Yeah.
doesn't start with can of worms. You just kind of find your way to it, and then you just really blow out can of worms. So
I'll
it
get
kind
there.
of takes you on a journey. Yeah.
I'll find some like natural thing kind of happening in the zeitgeist now. Start it, and then I'll
Mm.
find can of
You
worms.
just
Like,
did it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying out on you guys. Speaking of can of worms, why is that a bad? If you bought a can of worms, it is full of can of worms. Great, you got what you fucking wanted.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't want a can of worms, then why did you have it and bought it and opened it? Leave it on the shelf for somebody else who wants it.
Somewhere Rory Scovel's listening to this and be like, "That's my thing, though."
He'd go, if you wanted a can, he has an accent, right? I don't know. I don't really watch stand up comedy.
Decent.
comedy at
So
all.
my take on Seth Rogen's post was, I went to go look at it and read it, and then I scrolled down at the comments. I can't get out of the comments.
Love the
And
comments. I love to hate them. Doom
I came
scrolling.
across this guy who calls himself B. Jackson in Action, and
Heard of him.
read his post. It said, "Nah, dog, I got kids with 4 legs. I can smoke weed."
Yeah. People hate that too. This person knows what they're talking about.
And then I saw some replies to that post that said, "Pets aren't kids; they're animals. Stop trying to conflate the two." And then you said, "What was that hashtag?" You said hashtag fuck you.
Mm-hmm. And if you keep going, I did hashtag you're doxed, and I doxed all of them.
You doxed all of them. You put all of their information on X, which was interesting.
That's the thing I'm doing now. Is I'm
that
doxing
place seems
people.
like it's changed a little bit
What, the comment section
on X. Yeah, seems this guy more rowdy.
Something. Yeah, there's something.
I'm not. I'm not allowed to speak on. As a Rogan head, I'm not allowed to speak on what my views are for Seth. So I guess we'll just leave that there, and I'll tell you in a future episode sometime when the ban is lifted.
My experience with Rogan is Seth I get fed a lot of his YouTube videos.
Comes algorithm.
Yeah, I'll start skipping through, and then it's like a video of him, and he's like, "Have you heard this story about the the scientist?" And it's always some name that sounds real, like Tom
Dr.
Candlestick
Vega,
or something like
Dr.
that.
Vegapunk.
Yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Vegapunk. He did research in Antarctica and he found a big dinosaur, and it was in a spaceship. And it's like, this is legit. This is legit spaceship that's down there. And it's having sex with everyone. Stuff like that. And you're just like, there's just enough specifics, and he seems so serious and convinced by it that you're like, you know what? I'm going to at least Google what he's talking about.
And then you Google it.
Yeah.
And you're on a list.
And then I keep getting sent more Seth Rogen videos. Yes.
Yep. Can't get enough. Yeah. Just keep showing up at your door. Get them Adam and Eve like pamphlets to your door. Just went to one Seth Rogen video. Not get these Adam and Eve pamphlets to my door.
Pamphlets? How to's?
They don't even try to hide them.
Yeah.
It's just like a pamphlet with like a big honking dildo on it. It's
yeah.
Like, who are you? Put this in an envelope, dude. Come on.
It's like those you remember those like bookstore fairs you would go to in elementary school where you could go and you check the box of the things that you wanted, and then you send it back. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Just like big dildos on it. You check the box, and you put it back in an envelope and send it back.
Yeah. But don't show everybody that's what I ordered. How you guys been? How's your weekend?
Let's see.
We got to get back into a groove, man.
We're back in the New York groove a little bit. We're, time, the world is Biden.
Well, I've been
stuff.
busy. I was in a tournament for a month and a half, so
That's true.
I've been busy. So now I'm free from my jousting duties.
Came home with the title.
Yeah, you guys know about that, right? I was sent to go joust for the Newman Family Crest, and
You needed to win the princess back.
Yeah, I had to. I got knocked off my horse a couple times, but that's okay because then we drew swords and your boy. You know they say the pen's mightier than the sword.
I've
Not
heard
no
that.
sword fight. Not no sword fight.
Yeah. And you have 5
So I was
minutes on that,
fighting a
right?
bunch of riders.
Riders or WRITERS?
Let's do a segment we do every week called Chefs I Prepared for You. This is where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night and present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a winner, but we won't vote because voting's dead.
We're done with it.
I'll begin. What did I have for dinner last night? Okay. Chefs I procured for you.
We love it.
The Big Jack Burger with bacon, cheddar cheese, nothing else because I'm a dry boy. French fries. And then I also procured for you snickerdoodle cookies as a dessert at a different location because I was out in the town. And I painted it blood red.
So, the Jack Burger.
The Jack Off Burger.
I feel like I should know where this is from.
Jack Off Rose Dining Hall.
Okay. Yes. Now I know it. I pictured it. I
It's
see
on
it
18th
now.
Street. Yeah, it's Jack Off Rose Dining Hall.
Yes. Now, did they ask you how you want your burger cooked, or is it like
yeah,
we
they
do it
came
this
up and
way?
said, "How do you want us to jack you?" And I said, "Well done."
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how everyone wants their burger done, right?
Yeah, no
What's
one
the
wants-
point? Well, I
Like
know
who-
the kids these days, they want it. Maybe
Can
that's
you
like a
edge me?
thing.
Can
I
you
don't
Right
get
to
it.
almost being well done
Yeah.
and then not
Yes.
cooking anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
kids are
guess it's like
wild.
you go like
Yeah.
later, you maybe cook it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was there kind of early in the night.
And I'm like, what the fuck is the point of that? Sorry.
Yeah. No, please cut.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. So it's to get the kids to call in and explain it to me.
Yeah.
Let's do a call-in segment. We need that.
We do.
So yeah, that's what I had at Jack Off Rose Dining. Big Jack Off Burger.
French
How
fries.
big were these cookies?
Cookies size of my palm.
Oh, that's a good cookie. That's
Yeah.
a big cookie.
Yep. It was at Ambien Cookies. Have you guys ever been to Ambien Cookies?
I think I have. And listen, I'm all about cookies. Where is Ambien Cookies?
It's on 18th
this-
Street.
Good for a podcast, me asking where it is and then looking it up on my phone.
It's called Insomnia Cookies.
Oh, I know that. Yes.
I'm being very funny.
You're being rather sprightly this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're big cookies, and I walked in, and my boy Denzel was there, and he said, "What's up, man?" And I said, "You already know." And he said, "I said, do you got any snickerdoodles?" He said, "Do I? Come on, man. Come on, dog." And he walked into the back. He
Did
didn't
Did he have them?
He had them. He didn't even pull them out from underneath the counter like you're supposed to. He said, "Got you, dog." He went to the back. He came back. I don't know what he did back there, but he brought back a case of snickerdoodles, and I said, "That's it. Thank you."
What a guy.
I told him before I left, I said, sometimes I walk in here and I see you're not working and I walk out. And he goes, "Come on, man. These are my people." And I was like, "Yeah, but they don't be working like you.
They don't be working
They
like
don't
you.
be working like you." I came
It's
in,
fun-
I went there one time and I said, "You got snickerdoodles?" First of all, the girl was sitting out front who worked there, was sitting out front on her phone. And I walked in and she slowly walked in after us. Like I was
She finished
staring-
her cigarette.
Yeah, basically, like rolled her eyes, like, "Ugh, gotta work." They came in. I said, "You got any snickerdoodles?" And she said, "No." And I was like,
Did
"You
she
didn't even
look?
check. You didn't even look if you have snickerdoodles. Like you're supposed to have all the cookies ready to go. This wasn't even a special cookie. It's like the base cookie that you have here."
Yeah, those cookies are based, I've heard.
Yeah.
My
So-
experience has been similar there. And it's not the level of like it feels like it's the person's first day, but more of
Mhm.
like not only is it maybe their first day, but like they have never even heard of cookies before.
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah.
transaction with another human being
Yeah.
where they
Yeah.
are the person that needs to provide the service.
Yeah.
That I feel like I have to get it down to that level to explain. And I'm
Yeah.
not in this day and age, I'm not going to do that.
Neither am I.
No, it's not your place to do that.
Not your job, brother.
No.
Similarly, I've had experiences going into this cookie shop, and I find that the people there that are working on me, it feels like it's their last day working there.
Or they want it to be their last day working.
It feels like this is the last day they're going to be working there. For whatever reason happens, either they leave, or they've made up in their mind they're not coming back,
Yeah.
or something happens and they get fired. They are prepared. Today is their last day working, and they
It's like-
act accordingly.
Every time you go there, it's almost like you came in on the tail end of them giving like a 15-minute pep talk to themselves, like, I'm better than this. There's something else out there for me. I
Yeah,
can't be doing this shit no more.
I walked
And
in.
then you walk in and they say, fuck you.
I walked in once and I heard in the back, I heard go, next motherfucker comes in here, asks me for a fucking cookie, gonna fucking get it. And I walked in and he pushed the door open and he was like, what? And I
You
said,
said, "Can I have
and
a pie,
said,
please?"
Yeah, I said, you have pies? He shook his finger at me.
He's like, yeah, I like it. He looked at you and he called you. He said, that's nice.
Chefs,
Thank you.
I prepared for you a homemade pizza pie. Now,
Yeah.
I tell you this, do not make the dough. I do not make the dough. I refuse to make the dough. I will not make the dough. The
No.
dough is from Whole Foods.
That's baker's work.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the work of
They're not
bakers.
going to be working.
My ancestors did not work their fingers to the bone for me to make dough myself. No, I
No.
pay those at Whole Foods to make it for me.
And
Anyway.
if you are making your own dough, these bakers aren't getting paid.
Yeah, it's bad for me to do that.
Yeah.
Kind of
taking-
my life. I've been making the dough by myself and not getting paid for it.
Your dough always looks very nice, though.
Okay, so you got the dough from Whole Foods.
Got the dough. This was a half cheese, half pepperoni, and Peruvian sweet peppers.
Okay.
They're like-
Those sound they might be a little spicy.
They're a
Now-
little spicy, a little sweet, and a little sour. They're pickled.
Now, hold on.
Mm.
Was your wife craving a pizza?
No.
No. Because
No.
I owe a
Favorite
pizza.
pizza?
I owe pizza.
This
to
is
your wife.
true. This is one of those things where, listen, when I go to Whole Foods, I like to let the ingredients speak.
Talk to
me.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go in with a list of predetermined
neither.
things that if I don't have that, I probably would just walk out because I couldn't remember anything that
Yeah.
we need. No, I go in, I smell the food. I got my
Open your
nose in
ears.
there.
Yeah. Open your
I
ears.
got my
It'll guide you.
fingers.
Yeah.
I'm opening containers,
Throwing it on the
leaving it to
floor.
grabbing whole handfuls of cheese and tasting, then
Yeah.
like holding my hand out to other people to
Taking
taste
out a
it.
seltzer from a 12-pack and just drinking one and putting the pack back.
Cracking it, crushing it.
Yeah. Crushing
Yeah.
it. Stepping on it.
Yeah.
Tossing it at the security guard at the front.
As he chases you down. For touching everything in the store.
Yeah. Joke's on him. I'm going down the escalator that's going up. So that's,
Yeah.
but I've done that before. So I'm good
Yeah.
at it.
So you
I'd
know
like to
how
see
to
him
do
do it.
Yeah.
No, he's too smart. He goes down the fast one and then he waits for me at the bottom. But I'm going up the wrong way. So I'm faster going up. I just turn
Yeah.
around. And then I try and go down the cart thing and I get caught. It's not good.
Yeah.
That just holds me in place as I go down.
Tricky.
So that's what was on it. It's very tasty. It's a good mix of a little savory and there's like a little bit of sweetness to it. So it was good.
Are these so I Googled again, we're doing Googling while we're doing podcast,
Yes.
people love it. Peruvian sweet peppers. And for some reason I use 3 E's. Don't know why. Sweet peppers. And it's giving me responses, sweetie drops. Is that what these were? Sweetie
Mm.
drops?
Wait a
Sweetie
second.
drops.
Red sweetie drop peppers.
Yeah, they're the little drops. Yeah, that's right. Sweetie drops.
That's fun.
They're very fun. I think they're actually not too difficult to grow as well outside of Peru.
Oh yeah, just go to Peru and you got them made.
You just go to Peru. They're just like they rain from the sky. But these are pickled, very good. I pulled this idea from a very nice pizzeria nearby called Timber, where they do the exact same thing. They put these peppers on it, and it's a very
Yeah.
tasty pizza pie. And I saw
Timber's
them.
pretty good.
I saw them in Whole Foods, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna snag them. I'm gonna try myself. And it was
I
good.
see what happened. You were walking through Whole Foods. You were listening out for the greetings to talk to you, and you walked
Mhm.
by those peppers. And Reeves' brain said, "I can do that better than Timber."
Yeah. My brain said I could do this better, and then I got on my phone. I looked up Timber. I looked up that specific pizza. Looked at the ingredients to make sure I had the right thing.
Yep.
Didn't want to make a
Sweet
fool of
pepper.
myself. And I was like, I'm right. I'm getting out of here. And it also said hot sweet honey. Put that on there. I said I don't have time for that. I'm not going to do that.
Nice.
But the other pieces I will. Very tasty.
Brian, what did you buy?
Chefs, last night I procured for you. I was having a little night on the town. Friend of mine
right.
going out in town.
Who?
We went to
Who's this friend?
JSD, mutual friend JSD,
Oh, JSD.
and we saw a play on Broadway. We saw Teeth. It's off Broadway. We saw Teeth,
Mm.
which is about vagina dentata. I reckon it's a wild. It was a wild musical. Before that, we went to a restaurant that, funny enough, to the season we're watching, it was originally opened by a Mr. Angelo from the season that we're watching right now.
Mhm.
It is called Añejo, and
Which is what
the
he would
food-
yell when he was supposedly. I did the research. Is apparently what he would yell at the immigration people as they took away his Russian mail order bride.
Mm.
Añejo.
Añejo. Añejo. That was her name.
I got.
Okay. Angelo and Añejo.
We split the goat cheese guacamole, which was fine.
You're such
We-
a cheap date.
We paid
You're such a
$5
cheap date.
extra to quote add vegetables, which I'll describe this for you. Was a plate with a carrot cut 4 ways, a
Mm.
cucumber cut 4 ways, and a yucca cut 4 ways, and that
This-
was $5.
That sounds like his quick fires.
It
So-
wasn't. It was the presentation was awful.
Does he have
The
Jamie in
vegetables
the back?
just to use as a dip, like a source to dip.
I thought they'd be in the guacamole, like
That's what I
mixed
thought.
in or
No,
cooked
my-
or different.
no,
They
my
were just like
friend.
raw,
No,
just
my
out
friend.
there for
Not an
$5.
Not at Añejo.
A carrot costs free. They grow in the dirt.
Mm.
See them all
Tell
over
him.
the place.
Tell him.
Also, the goat cheese was also sprinkled on top, and the guacamole, get this, had craisins in it.
Craisins.
There were craisins in the
What
guacamole.
are craisins?
I think they're just cranberries that are raisined.
Raisined.
Mm.
They're
They've been
raisined
raisined.
cranberries.
Yeah.
They're very bad for you. They're extremely high in sugar.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why it's like you get the trail mix, and I've heard about this. It's not something I do. You get the trail mix from Whole Foods that has nothing but nuts, but then the craisins in it, and you're like, "This is healthy. I feel great. I'm eating this. I'm not getting the one with M&Ms. High
better
in
for you.
sugar.
Yeah. And then my main course, I had 3. My options were 2 or 3 chicken, and this is in quotations, al pastor tacos.
Why are they in quotation marks?
I don't know. Pretend al pastor. They were also fine. They came with al pastor spices, pineapple, pickled onions, and salsa verde. I ate 2 of them, and not the third because I eat less now. Oh, my tummy's so tiny now. And I got a rosé sangria, which didn't have any fucking fruit in it and just tasted like tequila.
Nice.
My review of Angelo's, I think he has zero to do with this restaurant now. I think you cannot find his name related to this restaurant at all anymore. Was that it was fine. Had he made passionate love to the tacos? My guess is no. Would that have enhanced my experience? 100%.
This is all making me realize that I was supposed to do a review of a very, very tasty Tex-Mex place I went to with my friend.
Oh
I
yeah, we'll do
forgot.
it next week.
We'll do
All
it.
right, so that's all the. Unless we have any questions about my trip to Añejo.
No.
No, that really is disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, but I guess I'm still trying to picture like what the restaurant, like the quality. Is it kind of like fast casual dining, not like
I don't think it's going for
upscalers?
that. No, like it's
Really?
going for like a nice, like it's in-house kitchen. It's like dark, candle lit kind of place, bar-y
Mhm.
kind of vibe. I think it's going for not like upscale, because like I mean, paying $23 for 3 tacos is a lot, but not in like New York City a lot kind of prices. It's like a middle of the road kind of place. And I guess that's kind of how I felt about it. Certainly middle of the road. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it.
Angelo, middle of the road, just like he does this season.
Hey, dim sum, lose some. We'll be right back after this.
Bada bing.
Pod Chef.
We're back. This is Pod Chef, Season 8, Episode 5 of Top Chef, Dim Sum, Lose Some. And this is where Reeves takes over because I did all the heavy work, in the beginning when it was like, we got to improvise our way through that first 30 minutes, and it's tough. I mean, most of the time, it's not even good.
Back in the day when I used to coach improv, I would tell teams, listen, if you're going to go organic, you're lifting heavy weights. You go premise, you're going light, baby.
Yeah.
You're going light. But if you want to get fucking ripped, you want to get fucking huge, okay?
You go
You're going to go organic, okay?
Then when you go back to the lightweights, when you go back to the lightweights, them shits is even lighter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oof. You've been doing organic for so long, you go back to premise and it's like, oh, are these babies?
This is how you guys been doing improv this whole time?
Baby?
I could do 100 of these. Back
Let's
to
do
back
100.
to back.
Yeah.
I thought we were lifting weights today.
I'm sorry, I thought we were doing improv. We're not doing improv? What are we doing?
Don't think, Brian. Don't
Thinking
think,
too
Brian.
much.
Don't
All right,
think, Brian.
brain off.
So we open.
Please don't yell. I'm Googling how to find that Don't Think hoodie. Keep going, Reeves.
I have 2 of them. You want one?
No, they don't fit me.
They're like extra larges.
Yeah,
They don't fit me either. The other reason. The opposite way.
So we open on the hangover from the Spike debacle.
Yeah.
Dude didn't own his dish. Angelo gets into a nice conversation about consent and how, like, listen, he said that he was comfortable with what I was doing. I got a confirmation. He said, yes, I heard it. But and then he even admitted, he was like, listen, but consent is very nuanced. If his dish wants to press charges on me, I guess I'll just have to go with it. Blaze, I like this. Blaze buries Jamie and says she's like an octopus.
Yes, I love this quote.
She comes out sometimes and cooks and then goes back in her hole.
Love this quote. It's so good.
Accurate.
Very accurate. In this episode, she does the same thing. She made me
She
angry
definitely does an
throughout this
octopus.
episode. She does a big old octopus. But you know what? Maybe she's playing the game. Maybe that's her. It's a really bold game plan for Top Chef to say, I'm going to
Super
try
bold.
not to cook as much as possible. They can't kick me off if I'm not cooking or if they're not tasting my food.
It's true.
She's 5 weeks in, so it's working.
Hasn't not worked yet.
And maybe I'll cook that thing that I cooked all the time last year.
Oh,
last
we
time.
bring it up. This is not Top Chef. It's not Top Scallops.
Not freaking top scallops. Back in the kitchen, here we're getting into a classic quickfire here.
This is my favorite quickfire of the entire series of Top Chef. Not even joking. This quickfire, when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute. I stopped what I was doing. I was like, I want to see if Tom.
What were you doing that you stopped?
I was jacking off.
Okay.
Great.
Good
As
burger?
you usually do when you're
I was at the burger place. I was at the burger place.
Okay.
I was at the burger place, and I was getting fries. Ordering.
So it
the
seems like
burgers.
so it seems like what happened to Quickfire kind of made you do what the kids are doing these days. How'd that go? You didn't quite get it well done. You kind of stopped before.
No, I didn't. Yeah, because I had to stop because I was like, whoa, what is
Yeah.
Tom's cooking?
Yeah.
Tom's cooking.
Did you finish cooking later?
You never really finish later.
Yeah.
This is one of those episodes where my wife would be like, "You guys need a female on this show." It's really tone you
Why
down.
does this happen
They
every
don't
time
want
the
to
three of us
come
get
on.
back together? What is me and Brian or me and Reeves are just doing? This never happens.
Back,
This
this
never
is
happens.
pulling back. When Brian moved in our improv team, we rolled in Annie and then Eva. The prevailing feeling was more likable. This team, more relatable. And I don't think because Brian was gone, it was just because
No.
we added people that calmed Jamal and I down.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well,
So,
I hadn't
all
heard
right.
that critique yet.
Well, you did now. All right. What
7
I
years
was
later, it still hurts.
what I was really doing. It was just during the pandemic, so I was probably just like scrolling the internet while I was watching, or probably playing video games while I was watching. So that's what I was doing when I was originally watching. And I remember like, wait, Tom Colicchio's cooking.
Pause.
I said not pause, turn off the game. I turned off the game, and I was like, let me see if Tom's actually about this life. And boy, as soon as I finished watching this quickfire and Tom doing the legendary 8 minutes and 37 seconds, I went into my fridge, found a beer, poured it all over the floor
It's
for all the chefs that died.
Oh, okay.
yeah, who gave
all the
up cooking after
Yeah,
seeing
who
that
gave up
performance.
cooking after seeing this quickfire challenge done so well. And I was like, this is why he doesn't have to cook. He
And
doesn't have to cook on the show.
that kind of hyperbole is very similar to Padma's setup, which at this point we don't know who it's going to be. But
Right.
it's basically like she's like, "This is the greatest chef in the history of the world.
Yeah.
You know, he's amazing. He's sexy. He's
I'm like,
crazy.
oh, Eric Repair's coming. Great. Got
He's
it.
so stuffed. Yeah, I know. You're like, oh, Eric's back.
And then Tom walks in. I'm like, okay, who's
Yeah.
walking in behind Tom?
Lights
know
go
who's he
out.
did.
Who's
Tom
he holding the
music's
door
hit.
for?
Yeah. Yeah, who's he holding the door for? I was like, Tom's late.
Crowd goes nuts. Oh my god!
He
He's
flicked off
here.
Jamie like 4 times.
Yeah.
Stunned Angelo.
So Tom is there. The quick fire here is in a series of firsts. Head judge Tom Colicchio enters the competition. He is going to cook a dish, and the length of time that he cooks it once he's finished is the amount of time that the chefs have to
Yeah.
create their own dish. And the winner will receive a Toyota Prius.
A car.
Mm-hmm. But it's and by the way, Tom finishes. He cooks a fish. Big important part of this. He starts butchering the fish. He throws fish in bin and it hits Padma.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
says,
he
"Sorry,
says, sorry,
Padma."
Padma. Which
No,
means
he-
it's fine, because if you say sorry about anything, then you have to be forgiven. So it's fine.
Yeah, they have to say, "I forgive you" now because
Yep.
you
Yeah,
see
or
that
else they're
Yeah.
wrong.
he throws it. It hits Padma. It kind of looks like Padma almost falls over. It hits her
Yeah.
so hard. He says, "Sorry," and she of course says, "It's okay." Blood coming down her head.
Yeah. 8
Um,
minutes, 37 seconds.
8 minutes, 37 seconds.
8
Winner receives
minutes,
a
37
Toyota.
seconds. How
Prius.
long it took Tom?
These
It's
other
all
chefs
about
will never be able to cook the
fish.
same. He gave them the food to try too. He's like, here, in case you thought I wasn't that guy.
Yeah.
He gave him the food and said, yeah. And then they ate it and they basically were like, yeah, he's him.
Yeah.
Dale was like, yeah,
he
he's him.
goated with the sauce.
Yeah, he's a drip goblin. He's him.
He's 100% a drip goblin.
Yeah.
Edgelord drip goblin goated
Yeah.
with the sauce. How old are people and what's going on? Sorry, Reeds,
Mhm.
continue.
So challenge starts. Marcel, of course, goes for Tom's cooked fish. Very wily of Marcel. He's like, this fish is already cooked, so I'm just gonna use the cooked fish.
That's
a
a good
game.
impression.
It's actually a game where I'm gonna use the cooked fish and I'll just throw a bunch of shit on top of it. Jamie says she's dated people who were fast, and I don't really know what. I guess they're making sex jokes.
Yeah. But like, are they funny?
I no, it's that you need to explain jokes to me for me to get it. Everyone's bragging about how fast they are. Our friend Mike Isabella is like, I got no problem, bro. We do this back in Jersey all the time. This is easy peasy.
But he also says that about the elimination challenge. As well.
Yeah, that
So-
too, and things don't go that way for him. Yeah, and so everyone's speeding through, and Dale by the end of it is like he's like they have nothing to taste, and what I put out there, it's like doo doo. I gotta give
Nice.
them some doo doo.
Angela made a crudo, and Tom said, "Don't make a crudo."
Yeah, Fabio calls him out.
Mm-hmm.
Angelo Colicchio said, "Don't do a crudo." And the first thing you do is crudo dish. Just like, hello. Because if you remember, Fabio is like Christopher Walken.
Well, we can do bits from this year.
Yeah.
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 It's like I can't remember anything else. It's actually a surprise I remember that.
At first I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
So on top, Mike Isabella. A lot of flavor, small amount of time. He did the pan roasted Brazino Blaze. He managed to incorporate a sauce with foie gras. He did foie gras because he can do it very quickly. And Marcel, who of course took trash and put some stuff on top of it, made a dashi, great flavors that he was able to do in 8 minutes. On the bottom, Dale noodles. They said it just tastes like fish sauce. Jamie went with clams.
Singular.
Only one opened up. I'm sure there's a joke there, but I don't know it. Angelo, he did something raw, I think, and they were just like, "This is gross." Well, he did the crudo, and they were like, "We said don't do that." And
Yeah.
the winner, of course, is Mike Isabella for his pan roasted Brazino with black olive and caper stew.
Yeah, everyone loved it. He gets a freaking car. He's gonna get a tattoo 837, which is how long it took him to win a car.
Mm-hmm.
He's proud of himself. I really love that car.
Can't
And-
believe I get to drive my Toyota Prius around. It's gonna be so great. I'm gonna meet so many women this way.
I know before the car scene happens, they like announce what the like elimination challenge is. But I love when Marcel was like, "Oh, like Mike's gonna be in his car, like Jersey pumping." I forget. What does he say? He says,
He does a Jersey impression. I can't
Yeah.
remember specifically what he says, but even in
Oh.
the subtitles they say doing a Jersey accent.
he says, "Let me get a cup of coffee for a quarter from the corner."
That's right. Which of course is your intro into a Jersey accent, much like you
Yeah.
know, Ka Yad for Boston.
Yeah, cup
Everyone
of
knows
coffee.
the
Make up a
quarter.
coffee for a quarter from the corner. Doing
That does
fist
work.
pumping.
Thank you, Marcel.
Yeah.
So the elimination challenge. The chefs go to Chinatown and they got to work as a team to serve a dim sum for the locals and of course our guest judges. So that's a lot of plates that you have to do.
Shit ton of
Hundreds
plates.
of locals that they'll have to serve, tons of plates. And then you have to have a person who's expediting, which Izzy steps up and says he's going to do that. No problem. I expedite all day long. I'll do that. I don't care. And then Casey and someone else, Casey and Carla, volunteer to run the carts because you have the carts with the plates on it, and you're supposed to just kind of walk around, kind of like you're a stewardess, hand them out, and give explanations of what the dishes are. This is the plan. Let's see how it goes.
Quick question for you all. Have you ever been in a dim sum situation where they explain what was on the carts?
Never.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
That's not how that works. You have to guess. I never once had to be like, oh yeah, this is a pork roll, blah blah. It's always just like, here's this. I'm like, well, what's in this? Gone.
Yeah,
Gone.
that person disappeared.
Never existed.
Was probably not exactly not probably their ghost.
Also, they wouldn't even talk. They wouldn't even like register what you're saying. They'd just keep walking through their little designated path.
Spit on me.
So some people have to do multiple dishes. Dale and Angelo are going to do 2 dishes. Dale, of course, says he's like, "Listen, I grew up. This is my thing. I grew up in a dim sum restaurant. I know how to do it." He's very relaxed about it. He says, "I gotta win this." Because he's looking at pictures of his girlfriend, his baby's like, I gotta buy my wife a ring, or my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
make it official, and then open a
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah, which he did all that.
He did.
Yeah, he did that.
Good for you. There's a bunch of stuff about bras and boobs and it sucks. I don't want to talk about it.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
All the boys ran away. The bras came out and the boys ran away. Bras come out. I'm not gonna come in. I'm just hanging out.
Maybe that's what's causing this episode to be like this because we all watch that and it's in our head.
That's what it is. We were brainwashed.
Yeah.
It's not our fault. So everyone goes to a Chinese market to pick up their ingredients. And we get this. We have a clip of this. A little story
Reeves,
from
you
Fabio.
can't call it a Chinese market. You got to call it an NBA market. Play the clip.
Noticed that there is a tank full of turtle. When I moved to the United States, I bought a little turtle. She's a princess. Once or twice a week, I take her for a walk. I have a little chihuahua leash that I tie around her shell and tie it up to the chairs, so she just go back and forth. Now this guy is cutting turtle to make turtle soup, and that's mean. God.
The only explanation for this,
Mm-hmm.
Fabio said, I want to go to America. I want to go to America. And he rents the movie of an Italian American
Mm-hmm.
living in Philadelphia. Rocky. And what pet does Rocky have? Turtles.
Got turtles. Got multiple
turtle.
turtles.
Cuff and link.
And maybe he's
not a
hoping,
bad
you know,
idea.
I got turtles. It takes me to a nice, extremely cramped pet store. I walk in there and I'm hitting on the worker who wants nothing to do with me.
Are you Adrian?
And what I do then is I'm persistent about it and I don't stop. And I force her to go out with me. And it's a beautiful love story. And that's what Fabio wanted for himself.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted that Rocky love story where he basically just forced his Adrian to be with him. He takes her to his shitty rundown apartment.
This the best you can do.
Shows her the turtles. I should really go, Fabio. No, sit
Hey,
down. It's okay. You wanna
You're
sit
kind of
in the
quiet.
doorway? We'll stand in the doorway. Don't tell your brother, and then make her brother force her to go out with you.
Your brother Paulie said it was okay. These are my turtles, Cuff and Link.
Baby, it's cold outside starts playing.
They don't let me into, you know, he's a butcher, of course. Let me into the meat thing, punch beat.
Yeah.
You know, fight Apollo Creed. You know, lose first time, go all the way, lose. Second time, fight him again, beat him. Third time, Mr. T shows up out of nowhere, fight him, beat him. Fourth time, go to
Man.
fucking Russia.
I pity the fool who has to
And
fight
he's
him.
doing, you know, high tech workouts, and you're out there fucking lifting logs in the snow. Beat
Huge beard.
him.
Yeah.
Be
That
the
whole
fifth
movie
one.
though. That whole movie though was like anti-gym. It was like you don't need a gym membership. All the stuff you need is out in the world.
That's
Yeah,
what I
gyms
got from
hate
it too.
That movie.
Very anti-Jim.
Gyms fucking
As a-
hate that movie.
Yeah.
Cannot mention Rocky 4 in a fucking blink.
They never played in a gym. You've never seen it playing in a gym.
Mm-mm.
It's anti-gym propaganda.
Rocky 4 is very pro COVID workout.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't need people. Go outside, lift a
Go
log.
outside. Go lift the log. The weights are out there.
Mm-hmm.
The improv is waiting.
There's heavy shit everywhere.
The organic improv is waiting.
There's organic improv everywhere. Improv is everywhere.
What's our opinion on MSG and food?
I
Okay.
couldn't tell you what it is or what it does, but I don't seem to care.
Me neither. I mean, they were in the store and they said, you got to get MSG. And I know it's in that food, but I don't know what it tastes like.
I've never been a fan of Sarah Michelle Gellar that much, but if she wants to be in my food,
Michelle
then be in
Sarah
my
Gellar.
Alley-oop.
Casey's going to make chicken feet.
Great. Good call. Never done before. Let's try it.
Yeah. It's probably just like chicken, right? It'll be
We
Yeah,
can just
it
clip
is.
these nails real fast.
I've heard
Yeah.
people eat these things before. Let's give it a shot.
Angelo tells a nice story about how his papa would make
Oh,
him
yeah.
go through every grain of rice, and if he found one black grain of rice, his ass would be grass.
Basically,
And this guy
was
we
just
just
going to
went at
smoke
him.
it.
Was this a story of like don't hang out. I don't want to see any black rice. Like, was this a story of
actually an
teaching?
analogy. It was an analogy,
Yeah,
actually.
was this an analogy of teaching them like these are the kind of friends I want you to have.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's keep these
When I
things
go through,
separate.
yeah, when I go through your friends, I better not see a black grain of rice.
Or I'll beat the shit out of you. You want to go out there and live with black grains of rice? Go do it. You're not coming back to my house afterwards.
So our guest judge here is Susur Lee. He seems like a very nice guy. He's
Carlos
a
says
master
he's
chef.
Zen-like.
Yes.
He's Zen-like. Might be racist.
Slightly.
Probably racist. Let's really quickly. I'm gonna run through these dishes. Trey does orange ginger dessert with watercress nuts. Casey does chicken feet. Angela does shrimp and pork spring roll. Dale does chang fun and shrimp, and he made a sweet sticky rice with bacon. Blaze does pork foot. Tiffany does spiky pork bun. Antonia does shrimp toast. They liked it. Jamie and Antonia do long beans and sausage. Marcel does boneless chicken wing. Tiffany does cabbage with cilantro. Fabio does a soy honey glazed pork rib. Carla does a veg summer roll. Izzy does a pork and prawn dumpling. And Jamie does scallop dumpling.
Of course.
The whole service is a fucking disaster. They are not going fast enough. The patrons are livid. They're pulling things off the tray.
These are real people
Yeah.
who I don't think they explained the real the concept of what's happening here.
Yeah.
And they're fucking pissed off.
Because they went there because they're looking for their normal meal.
This is their
service.
normal place. They go there every fucking Saturday, Sunday morning.
They're like, what's going on here today? What is this? And then did one of them say Caucasian dim sum at some point?
Yeah. And that ruled. And he said it openly.
Which that's something you can still say on TV.
They're so
I can't say
bored.
it.
They're on their phones. Yeah, you can. I can't say it.
I
They'll go
can
to
say it.
jail. Jamal can say it.
They're making it so that soon I won't be able to say it.
Thank God. Right, the balance has returned.
Restore the balance. So they get so pissed that, of course, Gail activates Tom.
She sends T back there.
Yeah, send
She
big
calls
T
him
back
T.
there.
Yeah.
T, go back there, and like she looks over, and he's already out
He's
of the
already
seat.
activated. Yeah.
Just
Well, I
heard the
think-
word T, and he was
Do
like,
you think
"Can't
that
wait to
T-
get back there."
Do you think T wanted to go back there in one situations where your girlfriend like makes you fight? Like you
Your
don't want to fight
girlfriend
this
makes you
guy,
fight.
but your girlfriend's like, he fucked with my honor to go.
You
fuck
gonna
up,
let
and
him
he's
talk to me
big,
that way?
Huge. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's big. Yes, I am.
That
Oh,
guy?
I thought you were a man.
Fine, I'll get my fucking ass kicked. I guess. Hold on. Hey man,
In the
you can
hospital later.
And then
He
she's
said
screaming,
he didn't do
"Get off
anything.
him!
It wasn't
Get
him.
off
It
him!"
wasn't
Yeah.
him. It's just you should be ready to do it at any time. The long
T.
beans are greasy. They like Dale's, of course. They like
course.
Tiffany's dish.
He was
Says it
born in
feels-
dim sum.
Exactly. Tiffany's feels authentic.
You merely adopted himself.
The first time I saw Foe, I was already a man.
It's very hard not to do a callback to Out of Breath Batman, which is one of our favorite things we've ever done. But I'm not going to do
But
it.
we're doing new bits. We're doing Bane.
We're done.
Bane and new.
Casey's chicken feet were not cooked properly.
You know they weren't cooked long enough. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something in how you're supposed to like prepare them and fry them that
High
like, she
heat.
did it with those. Yeah,
High
heat
hot oil.
in a wok.
In a wok.
Which I think she wanted someone to do, and this is another kicker here, is that she couldn't cook her dish or
Yeah,
fire her
and
dish.
Antonia
Antonia stepped
left.
up to do it and fucked it up.
Yep.
She was like, "How'd you cook these?" I think we fired him. She said, "What? You're supposed to walk them." And I think Jamie was like, "No one knew."
Yeah. Well, we know Jamie didn't know.
No,
He's involved cooking.
because they weren't scallops.
Yeah.
And so Dale, in kind of a famous Dale quote, sums up what service and the whole vibe of this elimination challenge was like.
Service is a total show, but I'm sending out banana leaves either 12 or 14, 15.
I don't know what the going on, basically.
Everyone's hating on people, but if no one put on our food, say who didn't do it. And say it to the face, but they won't because they're too chicken.
They probably should have served chicken shit. Probably been out faster.
that's pretty easy to prepare. Then you're at
Yeah.
least everyone's like feeling good because they're eating chicken shit, and there's at least that on the table. Back at judges' table, we start with the bottom. The bottom: Trey, Carla, Casey, Antonia, Jamie.
Mhm.
Jamie, they didn't like the dumpling wrappers. Yeah, they showed pictures of it. It looked ridiculous. They shouldn't have been steamed but boiled, and actually the whole wrapper tells you to do that, and you just didn't follow it because you should have done it, but you didn't do it. They liked Antonia's shrimp toast, but
Yeah.
she did the long beans, and those were terrible. So that got her there. And then of course the chicken feet not cooked enough. And they do the whole roundabout where Casey talks about how, someone else cooked her dish, and then she has to call it Antonia, and Antonia's like, I'm gonna cry, it's my fault. And they're like, don't cry, stand up for what you did. You fucked her up, and it's her fault, and now we're gonna send her home. And it's all your fault.
Oh, Antonia did.
And on top we have Tiffany, Angelo, Dale, and Fabio. And they always have to do a shot of Blaze if he's not on top, where he kind of has like a half smile of like, well, I guess I didn't.
Okay, you guys letting the kids spin their wheels? Okay.
Okay, I guess I didn't do it this time. And our winner, of
Easy, you'll get him
course.
next time.
I'll get him next time. It's okay. I'll get him next time. Our winner, of course, is our friend Dale with his sweet sticky rice with Chinese bacon wrapped in a banana leaf. It looked delicious.
Yeah. it
And of
really did.
course, Casey is eliminated.
She sent home. Gotta go. I'm watching this season's Tournament of Champions. You guys watching that?
Hold on a second. Do we have the clip
great.
of Casey being eliminated?
We don't. Here's what
Sorry.
happens. She goes, she's a pretty good sport about it.
Yeah,
I
she
messed
is.
that up.
She's a pretty good sport about it. Everyone's very surprised. Everyone thought it was going to be Jamie. Everyone was like, it wasn't Jamie. Jamie thought it was going to be Jamie, and it wasn't Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie walked in and said, "I'm going home," and Casey's like, "No, you're not."
She's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Fuck, it's you. Shit, forgot. Ooh, that was me. This season's TOC, Casey shows up. The face we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Guy just picks off Top Chef people. If you want to see what your favorite Top Chef people have been up to, watch all of Guy Fieri's TV shows. He just fucking uses them nonstop.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
That show is so funny. It's so fun. They have wrestling belts. They have banners for the winners. They have live feeds for the contestants to react
And
to
their
the judges.
trailers. Yeah.
It's fucking great. It's every
It's really
bit
good.
of the gaga that you get in wrestling in like a cooking show. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, check it out. So check out. Still watching old seasons of the challenge. We're on season 20 right now. When they're in the Gulag. They're out in Czech Republic.
That's a great. Is this Cutthroat?
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
great season.
Yeah.
You're doing great work watching old seasons of the challenge. I love the challenge. I
Mhm.
do have to plug this. If people aren't watching Traders is the best show on television.
What's it on?
It's on Peacock. So if you're doing a watch along with us, you will have access to Peacock. They just wrapped up the second season. It is amazing. It is basically dumb Survivor with good drama. Everyone should watch Traders.
All right,
Is
that was
CT on it?
Brian's segment called "What Else Is On."
Yes.
Isn't like CT in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolute crazy person. Yeah. What else is on?
That was
with
Brian's
with
segment called "What Else Is On." And
with a nice drop in from Reeves on that on what else is on.
all right, next week we'll be doing season 8, episode 6. Don't know what the name of it is, but that's what we'll be doing next week.
Do you guys think
Brian,
that we
you
should
wanna-
like cut this season early to do the new season when it starts,
Yes.
or just like
No.
watch it all and then do an episode where we talk about every episode at once?
Let's just keep doing this season and not do the live season. No, we should
Really?
definitely stop now. We should
Yeah.
definitely stop doing this season and do the live season. We'll pick back up this one.
Yeah, we'll pick back
After-
up just so
Alright.
everyone knows when you log in. You're like, hey, they're not doing the next season of season 8. Yeah, because there's a live season coming in 10 days. All right.
Yeah, who are they talking about? Who are these people that they're talking about? This
So
isn't
many
Dale.
people are sending me messages. I've got so many Top Chef people like, hey, when are you gonna have me on? The new live season's coming around. I'm like, hey man, you're in line, all right?
Yeah.
Wait your
Get in
turn.
line.
Get in line.
Get a ticket, okay? I'll call your
Yeah.
number.
I keep asking my wife, are you gonna come on the podcast? She's like, I don't know who you are.
That's so fucked up that she keeps doing that.
It really is.
Maybe one day she'll
married
come
her.
around. Yeah, I married her. Maybe one day she'll come around. Until next time, we'll pack our knives and go.
fun.
Absolutely.
This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.